All right, we're here. We're live.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing so amazing out there in reality land. What's today? Today's Wednesday. Yes, because my son had one of his therapies, but I almost did it again. Remember how last time I had that it was like, "Oh, Kiara's live," and I almost like clicked on the button.
Oh, so silly.
Yeah. So, how was your day?
It was pretty good. How was yours?
Good. It was good. It was busy. I had a lot to do today. So I'm a little tired, but it was all like totally worth it. It was productive. So as long as it's productive, I can't complain too much.
That's good. And great. I'm glad you can hear us, S. Dot.
Woohoo.
Oh man.
So did you guys do anything fun today? Like did you do anything like with the kids, like projects, anything like that?
No, we were just our normal selves. The kids. My
Thanks,
eldest
baby.
taught my middle child how to play Minecraft. So they said, and they were
Oh,
also
that's so sweet.
like talking to each other about their new Pokemon
Hmm.
cards and like about trading and what they should do. Number three is killing me right
Yeah.
now. Wow. Good for you, babe. Good for
Sounds like
you.
fun. Yeah, so he did go ahead, and I know the last time you guys were out, like there were a group of kids that kind of introduced the cards to number one, so he took an interest to it.
Oh yeah, he totally has an interest in it. Like, yeah, S. Dot went and got him like a little booklet thing, and that he was like
Hmm.
super excited about that. So it's just so sweet. And he is like telling me about the cards, and he played
That is
Minecraft
sweet.
a little bit on my computer before we got on. He was a little bummed he had to get
Hmm.
off, but it is what it is.
Oh, you know what? That is so sweet. And it's kind of cool. I love it when, your kids take an interest in something and you can watch them like thrive in that interest, basically. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
Definitely love that for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you said you were super busy, so what did you do today?
So I had several meetings because I'm speaking with the hospital here, but also I had therapy this morning, which was intense, but I love it. She kind of gives me what it is, straight no chaser, and I definitely appreciate that in my life. And then my oldest actually had therapy today. Yes, I get my days mixed up now, but he had his therapy today for speech, and yeah, that was it. Other than like me being busy, it was good. I know, like I I'm so tired. And it's so crazy too because I don't want to say that I can't put forth the effort or put it in there so that like, I can okay, you know what?
What?
Let me take a deep breath and let me calm down because I feel like that anxiety like rising and I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so basically what I was going to say was it's not that I'm, like, lazy or anything like that, but, like, sometimes when I do have a lot going on, I tend to kinda sleep a little bit more on those days, so I said all of that to say that little itty bitty part.
Aw. Well, rest is definitely needed, and I don't think we should beat ourselves up if we take the rest that we
Mhm.
need. So,
I agree.
if you're
I
resting, it's
agree.
probably because your body needed it. I wish my body would have rested, but I could not. So, yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. Was it a pretty like, what did you do today? Was it a pretty, like, busy day, or was it slower,
Well,
pretty
it wasn't really
average?
much like a busy day. It was just like a lot of
Mhm.
things going on day, a lot of like
Mhm.
emotional stuff for like me.
Mhm.
So there was that. So it was just more
But
like
you're
inside
good
my
though.
head kind of thing. Oh well, yeah, obviously I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm always good. It's just I overthink things and I can create mayhem in my
Mhm.
own head, and even when I'm doing well, it still stresses me out. So it literally makes no sense, but it's what
Yeah.
I have and what I'm working with. So
Yeah. Well, that's all you can do. You know, like, yeah. If we were all perfect, it would be a perfect world with perfect lives and rainbows and roses, but it is what it is. Some days are better than others, and I do kind of feel like if that is more normalized and people talk about it and are more open with it, then others may not feel like so isolated, when they're going through something. So,
that's true.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That is
but
so
it's hard for me to
awesome.
talk about it. So I understand when people don't want to talk about their stuff because it's a lot. And then sometimes it's like not even
Mhm.
realizing like what the stuff is, and because
Yeah.
and then trying to like rationalize it with your own self and thinking like, babe, that don't make any
Mhm.
sense. Like you literally are good and you're stressing out. Like why? So
Mhm. Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you ever thought about well, no, that's kind of a personal question. Um so okay, instead of like asking that because it is a personal question, people have different thoughts on like going to therapy and things like that, but so like I know for me and my particular journey with like my mental health and my illnesses that I do have, before I, like, reached out and started, like, getting help, I would always kinda like I feel like my biggest struggle, aside from, like, the negative self-talk for me, it was just and well, now I know, why it's happening, like, the manic things, but, like, I was really confused, and thinking back on it now, like, I feel, not even like, safe enough to, like, say this and, like, admit it and be, like, honest with myself, but I was confused, like, I had no idea, like, what was going on inside my own brain, and it's kinda like one of those things, and I don't know if it's because of, like, my culture, but, like, it was just kinda like one of those things where it was, like, really hard for me to admit it. I almost had to kind of, like, hit the proverbial rock bottom in a sense for me to, like, not even so much be brave enough, because I do struggle with me considering myself brave, and that's, like, a whole other story, but
Are you talking about like
it
to go to
was oh
therapy or something?
Yeah, and, like, just being honest enough to, like, know, like, "Hey, I need help from outside of, like, myself or my family or my friends," basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think I can't remember if we did talk about this or not. My biggest thing with therapy is that I think that I would not be honest in a therapy session, and unless I got a therapist that like could actually see through my like what's the word? My like mask, like it
Mhm,
wouldn't work, right? So for me, like I'm very good at like understanding what's going on with me, but I don't understand at the time, if that makes any sense. So like in the
mhm,
moment I don't get it, but like when I
mhm.
think about it later, I
Like, in
understand
hindsight.
why. Yeah. And I also like I
Mhm,
understand now like honestly, this is why I said TikTok is like my like therapist for me because like listening
mhm,
to different therapists like talk about things and like how your brain works and stuff like that, that helps me realize that like most of the stuff I'm going through is just normal, or it's like a
mhm,
trauma response to something.
mhm,
So it's not that I'm against therapy. I just feel like I would be a person that would go into a therapy session and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's perfect. Like you get it. You
yeah,
understand. Oh, you get this." And I do get it intellectually. It's the part of like the practicing it. So I'm trying my best to give myself more opportunities to actually practice the things. So each moment that I have a moment, I am thankful for it because it gives me an opportunity to practice the tools I'm kind of like learning. And I mean,
Mhm.
therapy is expensive. Therapy is
Yeah, it is.
also like, especially, you know how they had that better help or whatever like that, but a lot of people were saying that
Yeah,
that really
yeah,
wasn't good for everybody. And like, I saw like horror stories on that. And then it's just, you know, a therapist is only as good
yeah,
as the patient, I think. Like, if the patient is willing and open, then yeah, therapy can work. But if you have this like masking and I don't find the right therapist, I feel like they could do more harm to me than good. So I don't know. I'm not against therapy. I definitely think if you can afford it, if it works for you, if it
yeah,
makes you feel better, almost like religion, right? Like, that works for you and makes you feel
yeah.
better, you know, do what makes you feel better. And, you know, I don't feel like I am, like, I feel like I already had that, like, moment of, like, bottom, if you will. So, because, and I
Mhm.
realized my issue was, like, I wasn't giving myself time to, like, have like, decompress. So,
Mhm.
I was, like, constantly, like, when me and Esat were going through things, not like with between me and him, but just like all the stuff that was going on in our lives. It was like
Yeah,
constant,
yeah,
constant, constant, constant.
yeah.
And, you
It
know, it
was a
was
lot.
always with the
Yeah,
kids. Like, the kids are great, but
yeah,
it's also stressful being like the, not the primary parent, but like when he wasn't there, I was the one. Like, and then like trying to
Mhm.
control everybody else's emotions, also trying to control my own
Yeah,
emotions, like all those things. So I feel like it's natural to
yeah,
have like those moments of like, oh, you know, stress and all that stuff.
yeah,
So I'm not
yeah.
really elbow drops and flying drop kicks. Oh my God, Estat. Trying to get me to shut up. But I think therapy is good for people. Like, it's not something that I have as a tool for me just yet. Maybe one
And
day.
that's exactly why, like, I didn't wanna ask because, like, it
Oh,
is
I have no
definitely,
problem.
like, a personal thing, you know what I mean? And I do like, I literally, like, respect, everybody's, like, stance on
Thanks,
it.
mommy.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Thanks. Brooklyn, LB, that's my mother, y'all. So.
Oh, like, okay, could you tell, like, when it popped up, like, I saw it and I'm like, it took my brain, like, 2 seconds to yeah, sorry. Today I'm off, like, so I fell asleep twice today.
Mm-hmm.
I fell asleep after the second meeting, and then, like, I woke up and was, like, up, and then I fell asleep again, like, this evening and woke up at, like, around like 7, and then immediately because okay, so this was not on purpose. Des or my well, Des says hi to your mom.
Hey, hey.
But,
Thank you.
so but yeah, like, I woke up and I'm like because when I fell asleep, I was thinking about, like, something I wanna buy, and then I woke up and I was like, "Yeah, so, like, this" I think it was, like, a flat iron or something. I'm like, "Yeah, this flat iron," and he's like, "How do you wake up, like, wanting to shop?"
Oh.
Like, "Okay, hi, how are you? Did you have a nice rest?" Like, I'm like,
Aw.
"Nope, let's talk about, like, buying things."
Well, yeah, we got our number two, like a desk chair. She's so excited. It's like
Mhm.
fluffy and like unicorny, and she was just like obsessed. She wanted a pink one,
Aw.
and
Yeah.
then she saw that one and was like,
And you
"Oh,
said
I
it's like
want
a
that."
unicorn chair?
Yeah, it's like
Is it like one of those little couches? Or,
it's
like,
like
they're kinda shaped like it?
it's like this, and then like this. No, it's
Mhm.
actually a desk chair, but it's just like it's like
Oh,
fluffy
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But we got it so she had like size because she likes to fall asleep in her chairs. So it's almost like my
Aw.
vanity chair, but like with wheels. She definitely
Yeah.
wanted wheels on her chair,
Yeah.
but it has like a little
Well,
unicorn
she has to
head,
scooch around.
I guess. But hopefully this will allow her or give her that like added like pressure to clean her room more. So
Ooh,
fingers
yeah.
crossed. And then she wanted like a little
Yeah.
heart pillow, so we got heart pillows like for everybody except for
Mhm.
S dot. Um,
Mhm.
so we got that too. And then I also bought
Aw.
tracks for my hair, so I'm gonna see how that goes.
You bought oh, like hair weave?
Yeah, yeah, but they were like the clip-on
Okay.
ones. So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and it looks like it's like my texture hair. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping that they come out. I hope it look nice. It looked good on the girls that I saw
Yeah.
them on. So And then maybe I can do a
Yeah, I
review
was
on
gonna
it.
say, I'm sure it'll look pretty good. And is it like the ones, you know how sometimes you can like flat iron them or like even bleach them?
I
I don't
don't
really know
even
too
know
much
if I
about
can.
it.
I hope I can because I don't even think I
Yeah,
checked that. I literally was just like, oh, this looks like a hair
yeah.
texture of mine, so let me just get them.
Yeah, and like buy, click, but here is my credit card. Yeah.
Oh, I hate
No,
when I
I've
do
done that
that.
too many
Well,
times.
then
Me too.
I had to make sure like because my middle was talking to me, and while she was talking to me,
Mhm.
I put the wrong card to be charged. So then I had to go back in there, and I'm like,
Mhm.
stop talking to me so I
Oh,
can
and
figure it
like
out.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
hate that
I've
so
done that
much.
too. I've totally done that too.
Let's see. I'll click on it and see. Now I'm curious. Sorry.
Oh, to read.
To see if it's actually like. I hope I
I'm not gonna
can.
lie to you. Like, I try to like read and get as much information as I can, but sometimes things slip through the cracks. But honestly, I don't know. I like to say so. My baby daddy may disagree, but I think my mistakes turn out pretty good. Like when I accidentally bought the wrong stove, he loves
Oh
it.
yeah, I remember when you were talking about the
Mhm.
stove.
Mhm.
Someone said, "Oh, the hair did not straighten when flat iron." Oh, I'm not really expecting it to straighten, but I don't really need that.
Yeah.
So whatever. We'll
I
see.
was gonna say, is it like I love so back in the day. I don't want to like age myself, but totally age myself.
Yeah, Key does read half the specifications. Yeah, I hate like when it's like the size. I like never read that. Like I never read the size of things. So like I get stuff and I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be bigger, or oh, I didn't realize it was gonna be this
Yeah.
big, or oh, but I can't say much because me
So
and
I
GPS don't
feel
get
like
along.
I'm offended because my husband's sitting up here giving me thumbs down,
Oh
and I
no,
feel
why?
like you should be a little more supportive, baby.
Oh what? Why? Why is he giving you a thumbs
No,
down?
I know. I probably when I was talking about shopping, like as soon as I woke up from my second nap today, I'm
Oh.
like, so we're buying this. So oh wow, and he doubled down. I got you.
Aw.
See, he already wanted to fight me because we were having a little bit of a debate earlier. So yeah, I know he has beef. That's okay. I got you. I got you.
I guess you want some stir fry with the beef.
Stir fry?
Yeah, you stir fry.
Oh, that's good.
But it really doesn't.
That's
Okay, wait. It
funny.
doesn't even say if you can heat it up. It doesn't even say. Oh, it says heat
Don't give
resistant
him any
fiber.
ideas, S dot. It's
Rock
heat
bottom.
resistant fiber.
Huh? It says it's
He's
heat
telling
resistant.
Des to rock bottom me.
Oh,
It is
oh.
oh yay. So you could probably do like a like 200 degrees or whatever. You know what I mean? And just kind of like bump it a little. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you about
Yeah,
the
all I want is
texture
a bump.
because oh my god, are you guys like in cahoots or something? Like
Probably.
it wasn't that funny, really. Do
I'll
you see
send
all
you
the
the
like
link.
cracking up emojis? Oh yes, I want to see. I definitely want to see.
Uh,
Oh, that's I keep sorry, like my ADHD, but
TFL.
back when I was in high school, no, 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 no. If your hair is bleached, you can heat up to 312 degrees. Trust me, I know.
Oh, I think I
Not
have.
that I like burned my hair off, but yeah, I
I
did
remember
all
there
the
was a
research.
viral video of a girl who like did a thing and then like her hair came off.
I saw it. Yes. I was like, I would like, I know it's just hair. I get it. And it is, but I would cry. I would like straight up cry. Oh, this is
Back in
cute.
the days, that's like baking cookies at that point.
Yeah. I mean,
uh,
it is true. It
oh man, I
is
lost
true.
it.
But yeah, these are like, oh my, so this is what I was gonna say. So like back when I was in high school, like all the girls wore yaki, it was like yaki perm. So it was supposed to look like, like relaxed
Mm-hmm.
African American hair. And
Yeah.
I was so in love. I thought that texture was
Well,
so
that's what I wanted to do instead
gorgeous.
of getting like, because I didn't know if I got like that real shiny one, like how that would blend. I prefer this
Yeah.
because then I feel like it'll blend better. And what I was gonna do is color it with my
Yeah.
the dye I already have. I'm not gonna bleach it,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna color it with the dye I already have
Mhm.
because it's already kind of like a
Yeah.
reddish color already. So I think that'll be
Yeah.
fine. There was like a blonder one, but I was like, I'll just do this one. I think it'll be fine.
No, I think yeah,
And that
this
way
will
it'll
be
look
really cute.
darker. So
This is really cute. Yeah.
whatever, see
And
if it
then
works.
what I'm also thinking too is especially because like I feel like oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I feel like because of the texture, like, and I know it's not like actual hair, but I feel like because the texture is like thicker, the color will be able to deposit like more richly, if
Oh,
that
I
makes
hope
any sense.
so.
So
And S dot,
yeah, I think it will be
no,
good.
it'll be fine because it's literally just clip ins my hair. Like it's clip in. Don't make me find
You
braiding
know
hair so I can
what?
actually braid my hair. Like, stop playing with me.
How long does it take you to braid your hair?
According to S dot, 27 hours. But like, I literally take breaks. Like, a kid will
Yeah.
come to me and need
Yeah.
something. Okay, I stop and do whatever. Another kid will come up. Okay, I stop and do whatever.
Mhm.
I have to use the bathroom. I have to eat. Like this braid is getting on my nerves, so now it's
Mhm.
taking me a little bit longer. Like, calm
Yeah.
down, Felicia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, like a clip on tie. Yes, like a clip on tie, but for
Yes.
your
Yep.
hair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, that's it.
Sure are. Sure is. Yeah. And they're pretty like sturdy too. Like those clips that they like use.
Yeah.
So,
I think I had
yeah.
them before, but I don't know what happened to them. I had something
Yeah.
like that. And then I used to, so when I, like, I would glue them in my hair. I've done that
Mhm.
before.
Oh my god, that's what they used to do like back in the day. Yeah, with the glue and
Yeah.
the because so my former best friend, I would always like do her tracks. And so yeah, I know how to do them. I think
Yeah.
I'm still pretty good at
So
it
my cousin
probably.
did mine a couple times, and then I was like, I can
Mhm.
figure this out because I can't stand waiting for somebody to like do my hair. Like I get so like if I have the need and I just want to do it now and like get it done with. So I figured it out on my own, and I was like, that's not bad. And then I had one where it was like kind of curly, so I could leave my hair out
Mm.
curly and like still have the weave in there. So I love that.
Yeah.
So it's fun. I like
Yeah.
weave, and I mean I don't know
I
what
was
it's
gonna say
doing to
hair
my
weave is
body, but
fun. Wigs, all that stuff, fun.
oh yeah,
I
whips
think
are
it's
totally
I think
fun.
yeah.
And now I'm like, because I think what was that like a couple days ago or sometime somebody was like, oh your hair is getting long, and I was like, oh yeah, I should cut it.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like before I was
Oh
so
yeah,
scared to
because
cut my hair, and now I'm like,
yeah.
maybe I should just cut it. And so I'm like, I really don't care
Yeah.
like if it gets over processed or whatever. I'm just like, I'll just cut it off again.
Me either.
It is what it
Yeah,
is.
me either. Yeah. That's why when you asked me earlier, I was like, well, it just kind of depends. Like, it depends on how long my roots are. It depends on what color I'm going to next. But yeah, for the most part, I just slap it all in there.
Yeah, I'm like the worst because like I used to get the box ones like the box colored, and I would do like the blonde and
Mhm.
stuff like that, and my
Oh,
hair would just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah be like 50 different shades of like whatever. Oh no,
Mm.
my blurry. Oh, is it my internet? I think it's my
Yeah,
internet.
you're back.
Yeah, I'm like frozen in time. I don't think I have anything else open.
Yeah.
Oh my, I'm dropping per
Uh-oh.
frames. I'm still here. I just my camera's just or my internet's just being wonky.
Yeah.
Oops, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll pass super soon.
Yeah,
It's
we're
okay.
totally in
It's
the
all
red.
right.
I don't know
I
what I
think
could
you're
do.
back though.
Oh yeah, I think I'm here unless you
Oh,
can't hear me.
yeah.
But
No, no, no. Yep, you're good. I hear you.
perfection. That's like such a bummer. Anywho.
Woo-hoo.
But yeah, that's it. Hair, we bought that stuff today.
Yeah. Always an important buy.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's hard to get. I feel like it's hard to get stuff for myself. I always feel like I shouldn't.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm green now.
Aw.
So I don't know what happened,
I
but I'm
don't
green
have that
now.
problem.
Oh, I have it. I have it really
Yay. Woo,
bad.
ooh,
Like
ooh, ooh,
I get
ooh.
super nervous about everything. Oh yeah, yeah. Clap, clap, clap. No, that didn't really
Oh, I
great. I don't
don't.
know what happened, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't mind getting stuff for the kids,
Yeah.
but like for me, it's really hard.
Mhm. Yeah, me, I just yeah, I get stuff for the kids, I get stuff for myself. I'm like,
Sorry, that might have been
baby, what do
me.
you want? And
Yeah, I saw
huh?
it. It's probably you.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, 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 oh,
he
oh.
probably was like downloading something. So if he was downloading something,
Oh,
it was
yeah, yeah,
taking the
yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
Sir.
I know. I often just wonder how much because we have so many things, and I'm like, I wonder how much of the whatever gigabytes or whatever we have, like, if it's oh, it's okay.
It's not
But
okay.
yeah, like I just wonder how you're so silly. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so there was something else I wanted to say, but of course I lost my train of thought, like
You wonder about the
always.
gigabytes for the internet?
Yeah, but no, it was before that.
Oh,
It was before that. Cause I was like, I try to keep like topics like in my head because as you're talking, I'm like, okay, like, keep that, keep that, keep that. And then as soon as I go to talk, it's like I'll either mention something else or just completely forget. Then I'm like,
aw. That's
poops.
a bummer.
And I feel like I'm a little like slower today. Like normally I'm like super quick witted, but I'm like and I'm like but it also could be my meds too. So I'm like, ugh, like today was
Aw.
just I felt like I couldn't get enough sleep. But it's okay. I think I get to no, I don't get to rest tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
But that's okay. Friday I can rest.
we're going to the park tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I'm excited
Yeah.
and not excited all at the same time.
Aw.
But it's nice to get out and then like
How
to
is
see other
the
adults. So that's good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the okay, sorry. I just thought of something, but I think that's one of the main reasons why, like, I kind of don't mind shuffling my oldest around because, I met some like really, really, really awesome people, like, in the community that we're in and, just generally just meeting people. So yeah, I appreciate that.
So what do you mean by shuffling him around, or like going to his like
Oh, like
appointments and
just
stuff?
all of his appointments.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was so
because they're pretty
disrespectful.
much all over the city. Oh no, you're good. But yeah, they're pretty much all over the city, like on opposite sides. Thankfully though, this is throughout the week and it's not like all in one day. So that makes it a little easier.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, because
Yeah.
this will be our
And
first
the
time.
car is fun to drive.
Oh well, that's good.
That's another perk.
it's always
That's another perk.
it's always nice to have a nice car to drive. Our
Yeah.
van is okay. I don't find it fun or non fun, but it's functional.
Yeah.
It works.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. So like before my daughter, I was like, oh, you could not catch me in a van. But like after my daughter, like shuffling around three kids, especially whenever we have them all at the same time, it could be really stressful, like just getting them like in the car, especially because it's like a sports vehicle or whatever.
Yeah.
So, the cabin is like smaller because they're not thinking, three kids, like, and that's not on them. That's
Which is
not on them,
wild. I mean,
but
I think they should think three kids. Like that should be like
you would think, right? Yeah.
whatever.
But they don't, unfortunately. So yeah, we just kind of because when I got pregnant with her, it's kind of like oopsie.
Yeah, we had a
So,
van before our third. I
oh,
was
see,
like,
did
I
you?
wanted a van since the two. Like, I was dead set on, I want a van. Like, I feel like that makes
Yeah.
sense. I feel like if we're going to go on, like,
Yeah.
little vacations, we can put a bunch of stuff in
Yeah.
it. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
that's good because then I can have, like, whatever I need could be just in the van. I can have a
Yeah.
potty. I don't have to worry. Now having her, it's like almost like, oh, I wish I had a bigger car.
No, I could see that too because like yeah, and so yeah, when we got this car like she wasn't even a thought. And speaking of like vans because like even though we have yet to take all three children on a road trip, it was only one time when number 1 was older, obviously. The
Hmm.
other two weren't here. But I took him on a road trip with my mom because my husband was like I forget what they called, but basically they were like for not forced, but it was something with the RNC that they
Hmm.
had to like everybody, it was like a blackout, like vacation, like whatever.
Yeah.
So, I ended up like switching him out for my mom, which was like a total mistake, but
Aw.
that's neither here nor there. Oh. Oh yeah, it was pretty traumatic only because like I feel like at the time, I didn't think my mom has the issues that I believe she has, right? I don't know,
Hmm.
I'm not a professional, but so it was, like, really shocking and very jarring, like, to see that behavior from
Oh.
her, especially because I haven't seen that since, like, a kid, so I think it, like, triggered me a little bit too. So,
Oh.
yeah, it was yeah, yeah, but, I mean, I just accept her. She is who she is, so
Well,
that's
that's
all
good.
I can say about that.
Okay. Switch me out.
Yeah.
There you go.
But, I'm trying to think, like, what else? What else do you wanna talk about?
Well, there were two topics that you had wanted to talk about. The
Mhm.
Reddit ask the Reddit from Ask Feminist,
Mhm.
the Men Let Lead and Women Follow one, and then
Mhm.
the 2020 episode, the Into the Darkness episode 20.
Yes.
So, do you want to talk about those,
Which
or do
one
you?
do you wanna go first? Because I do. I because I definitely wanna talk about the Reddit post because I was just like,
Well, let's do that one
"Oh my
first.
goodness."
Do you want
Okay,
to
let's
read
talk about
out the
that one.
post, or
So,
do you like? How do you want to
um,
do that?
do you have the post? Because so I tried to like I said, I was like, I just woke up and I was like trying to get myself together. So I was kind of like out of it. But let me because I know I sent it to you. So hang on one second. So I will read the post.
Q Q Q.
Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay,
But
here
yeah,
it is.
I wrote
So
down that I wrote down those little two topics, so just in case if we had.
oh, thank you. I know because like I forget like if my head wasn't attached to my body, right? Okay, so I'm gonna well,
You can
okay,
like,
I'll just read it.
you could
Like
either read it
paraphrase
fully.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine
Yeah,
too.
let's just paraphrase. So basically, what this person wanted to know was, so the title of the thread is, "What do you think about the posts online with men lead and women follow?" So basically, she got into a heated discussion with someone, or I'm assuming this person is a woman, who said that even if a woman earns more than her husband, she must still abide by his word and be obedient to him. Sorry. And so yeah, she was basically kind of saying okay, and I saw the word simp and it just kind of caught my attention. But yeah, she was basically just kind of saying that like essentially like what are the thoughts like she was that person was just like asking Reddit like hey what do you guys think about all these posts because she had come across like a post that like kind of piqued the interest. So I was curious about it, number one, because I do think this topic is very interesting and all like at the same time I also think it's very nuanced
Hmm.
because there are mitigating factors like with every relationship, every person, like everybody's not the same. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to kind of get like your thoughts and your insight on what you think that topic is, and then I will share mine.
Okay. So I think that honestly, I do like the idea of men leading, but I feel like
Mhm,
if you are not a leader, I don't see how you could lead. And
mhm,
then I was talking to my husband about it, and he was saying like he would prefer it be more of like a partnership that like
mhm,
we're both kind of deciding and figuring it out together, whether that's
mhm,
compromising and there's not one of us that is a true leader, or like there'll
mhm,
be opportunities where I will lead more and opportunities when he will lead more.
mhm,
I know for me, and this is going to sound super horrible, especially since I'm a stay-at-home mom and like he is the
mhm,
person who like contributes to like our income. But like if I
mhm,
was the person contributing to the income mostly, like it would be very hard for me to get out of my ego. Maybe now I could be better at it,
mhm.
but I don't know
Well, that's
how
very
I would
honest.
be good with like making more than my husband and then having him think he can lead me. I don't know if I could do that. Um,
Yeah.
Maybe me growing older, like, and it depends. I think too, like if like say in our sense, like our instance, he's been doing the most for this whole time, and then now like
Mhm,
I have the opportunity to make a little bit more partnership. Yes, I have the opportunity to make more. Like I think that we've already like laid the groundwork of us both
yeah.
being like taking turns leading, and like our communication would be good. So I really wouldn't have a
Yeah.
problem with like following his lead sometimes, just like I don't think he would have a problem
Yeah.
with following my lead sometimes.
Yeah.
So, nope, your
Yeah.
ego would win. Well, I've been working on my ego. I'm not going to kill the ego because I need her to survive, but I've been working on it. Like, so I'll never say never, but as I stand right now and me as a younger person, there's no way I would have been able to let someone lead me if they were not providing, and
Yeah.
if they were not, if I couldn't trust their judgment. But then I shouldn't be in a relationship with someone I can't trust their judgment. So there's that.
Yes. I totally agree. Um, oh, and that's another point. I'm gonna make myself remember that because I do have something to say about that. But so my take on it is now this is so I am very, very, very traditional, I guess. And I didn't think I never thought like I was. And I think this also has to do with like my partner because in any other like relationship that I had, I was very headstrong, very independent, very, you can't, blah 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 basically. And then when I met my husband and just immediately like kind of seeing that he is a natural like provider, he's very nurturing, he's very he's definitely my calm, and but initially when we met, like I was a working mom, like you or no, I wasn't a working mom, sorry, I was working. Oopsies. But I
Oh
was
my God. I
working
was a
and
workaholic.
yeah, yeah. Well, I
Workaholic.
definitely wasn't a workaholic.
I was a workaholic. I
But
had a
that's
bunch of
okay.
jobs. Bunch of jobs.
Did
That's why,
you?
like, me,
Yeah.
like, trying to be a stay at home mom was really hard for me because, like,
Yeah.
well, also because, like, when I get in my head, I just work. Like, if I get stressed out,
Yeah.
I just work. I just do something else so that way I'm not inside my head. But carry on.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No, I get it. That makes perfect sense. And but I was saying
You were a stay
I
at
was
home mom,
saying
or you were a work at home
I was
mom because
yes,
you worked before you
I
met
was
him.
yes, I was a working woman before he made a proud
Working
woman
mama
out of me.
too proud.
Right. And honestly, like yeah, most of my job, like anybody who ever worked in like the corporate culture, yes, but that's a very accurate depiction. It's over the top, but yeah. But so it was just like I when I came, like we both had our own, you know what I mean? So like coming together and kind of because initially, like the story with us, we got married very, very quickly. And so that first year we were literally getting to know each other and learning each other, and it was like a battle. But then somewhere along the line, probably when he asked for a divorce, but
Oh,
somewhere along the line, yeah. No, that first year was really, and there was a lot of things that I had to accept about myself as well, because I brought in a lot of toxic traits, you know what I mean? And I didn't realize it, I think, and I wasn't honest with myself, but just learn. And plus, like, he is such a like he's patient. He is patient until he's not patient anymore, but he is a patient man. So it was hard, but put in the work. But me personally, I do want to be submissive to my husband. And even when the whole like staying at home with the kids, or at the time, child, our oldest, I didn't even have any qualms about it. I was like, okay. Like, and I was
aw.
shocked because this is also like me. I never wanted to get married. I never wanted to have kids. And now I'm like this, oh, I want to submit to my husband, right? But
Aw.
also, too, I feel like, but also, too, like, to his credit, I feel like he is, like you said earlier, it depends on the man, right? And I do feel like he has the quality. Now, don't get me wrong. I do want to be submissive and I want him to be the man and blah, 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 but he respects me too much. So he's constantly like asking me like, "Hey, baby, what do you think about this?" Or like getting my opinion on things, even if he wants to buy something. Now, keep in mind, this man has been our, source of income for God 6, 7 years or whatever. Yeah, like about 7 years now. And even when he wants to buy something, he's like talking to me about it. He wants my opinion. And I'm always like, get it, get it, get it. And then he still doesn't get it. Or if he like, he will get it, but sometimes he still won't get it because he's like, oh, well, I rather spend this on my wife or the kids, or you know what I mean? I rather do
Yeah.
whatever for like the family unit. And I'm just like, oh, so in a way it's like, yes, I do believe in it, but I also think it solely comes down to the guy, like, how, like, what his morals are, you know what I mean? And also I
Yeah.
think too it comes down to the woman, because you could have a guy that's, super like wants to provide, do all that, but if you don't want to stay home, then mama, that's your right, like you don't have to stay home. So yeah, it's kind of like one of those like nuanced things where, like, I see both sides, I really do, and I just see both sides, and I respect women who decide, like, I don't want this or I totally want this. Except for those, have you heard about the whole trad wife thing?
So
Like,
I've
I guess it's
seen some
something.
videos on trad wives,
Mhm.
like I guess a traditional wife, and I think that's
Yeah.
fine. I did see, like, if I can remember correctly, they were like the pipeline
Mhm.
from like trad wife to like like uber conservative is like very very like
Yeah.
closely related or whatever. But I mean, if people want to be a more traditional wife, whatever they consider that to be, I think that
Yeah.
most people like the idea of being a trad wife, and I think since we are saying that like women can be whatever they want to be, if a woman wants to be a traditional wife, as long as she agrees to that and that's what she wants to do, then God
Mhm.
bless. Like, I have no problems with that.
Yeah. So what I saw from the whole trad wife thing, so I guess there is like some type of controversy like with it, because a lot of these trad wife, or I don't even know if they're famous because I've never seen them prior to like these like videos
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, but like there's so many women who are in their 40s or 50s who were trad wives, and their husband, like, divorced them or like cheat like left them for like other women or
Yeah.
younger women or whatever. And
Well, on a,
it's kind of like, oh, go ahead.
no, no, no. Go ahead. I don't want you to like miss your like. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're good. You're good.
Oh.
I got mine, so it's
Thank you.
good. Well, that's that apple for you.
Terrible. You know what? So Apple has spoken. So good night, guys. Thank you so much. But
Ridiculous.
Apple's like, yeah, no. But yeah, like, and it is like really sad to see like those women, like, I and that's, so it is kind of like one of those things where I do feel like if there is, if you're not sure or you're not comfortable, or even if you are sure and you are comfortable, I do think it's important for a woman to have kind of a safety net for herself, I guess,
Yeah, of
because you
course.
can't control other people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, you can't, like, you can have like a very loving relationship, but things change, people change, so I do think it's like safety reasons, especially like being a stay-at-home mom, where you have like this huge gap like in your employment history. And a lot of times, a lot of these corporations, like, they don't care, like, oh, you were home with your kids, okay, like, you know what I mean? Or they see your resume and they don't even want to talk to you because you've been out of work for 10, 12, 14, 15, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. I
I do
mean,
think it's important. Yeah.
that could be scary. Yeah, I get it. Like, I
Yeah.
think that, someone can be cheated on regardless of your work
Mhm.
status. So I think the biggest thing is if you're going to, I guess it is a risk, right? Like being a stay at home mom
Mhm.
and relying on another person to help to make sure you're good in this world is a risk, is a
Yeah.
gamble. You just gotta hope that you picked the right one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
at least a human one, right? At least someone who
Yeah.
like, even if God forbid things didn't work out for you two, that
Yeah.
they would be willing to like make sure their kids are good at least, right?
Yes.
So I mean,
Yeah.
that would,
Yeah.
yeah, I did tell S. Dot, like, are you sure you want to marry me? Because, like, it's for life.
Mhm.
Like, if you don't want to,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
the way you go is in a body bag. Not that I would harm you,
Yeah.
but, that's the kind of, like, marriage I'm looking for. I'm looking for a person that I can grow with. Obviously I didn't say all these
Mhm.
words because I have the words now, but I wanted someone I can grow with. I
Yeah.
wanted to be like, I do want to be in a partnership with someone. I want to be able to have a say and listen to what they have to say, and then raise our kids together. Our biggest
Mhm.
issue in the beginning was like, I like was acting like a single mom. Like, it was really hard for me to like get on board with like him also having an opinion on the kids. Like, that was really
Okay.
hard for
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah.
was really hard. Like,
Yeah.
I could be like frustrated with them, but when he got frustrated, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on over there? Like, oh, you're not doing that how I would do that. What's
Oh.
going on over there? And I had to like get it through my head, like, that's his kids too. And I
Yeah.
have to, like, we have to work through, or something as simple as like, oh, I want to sleep train our oldest, because that's when I was going to do that. Then
Yeah.
I have not done that with any of the
Yeah.
kids, and I refuse to do it after that. God bless to
Yeah.
those who do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when I tried to do that, like, I was just like spur of the moment, like, okay, I read
Yeah.
this, let's do it. And he had no
Yeah.
say in it, and then it was so stressful. I was stressed out, he was stressed
I
out,
bet it
obviously my
was.
baby was
Yeah.
stressed out. So,
Yeah.
and like, I had such like a struggle with that, and it was until like I actually like try to relax and allow him to be the
Yeah.
father, like I was the
Yeah.
mother, that we
Yeah.
kind of like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we still have our like power struggles,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like, I think
Absolutely.
with each power struggle, it's like less,
Mhm.
like, it's less of a power
Yeah.
struggle. It's more of a like, oh, this was a miscommunication. Oh, we weren't understanding how each other were talking here. And that's one thing I love about him, is that he like, even though in the moment neither one of us listen, right? We're both stubborn, but like, we can kind of like take some time away and like understand, okay, oh, okay, I can see your side now, and oh, I can see your side
Yeah.
now. Um, so yes. Is someone
Yeah.
knocking? Oi,
Oh.
Esta, are you alive? Yes, Bubba. I know, baby. Hold on one second. Hi. I know, Bubba.
Oh.
She misses.
Oh. Mom, look, a mom's job is never
I
done.
think Esta is asleep. Hold on one second.
Okay. Go right ahead. Take your time. That is so sweet. While Key's doing that, I did want to just kind of mention to everybody out there. So just to kind of like pregame a little bit, because I do want to talk to her about the or talk about this on the stream. But I'm a huge, huge fan of like true crime. Why did I laugh? Jesus. But I'm a huge fan of true crime. So I have so many cases that permanently live up here. And one of the episodes that we're going to talk about kind of like hit me in the heart a little bit, to the point where I'm like, this story is like jacked. So I did want to just kind of mention, if you're sensitive to certain topics, or if this could possibly be like a trigger, I just wanted to let you guys know before we started talking about it.
I'm back.
Are they good?
Yeah, I think he probably fell asleep.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Hey, listen.
Oh,
I can't. I
oh,
did
he
it
went to the
today.
bathroom.
Oh, the bathroom.
She sure did. She was up here talking
What?
about, Mommy, I miss you. Bye, bye,
Why is
baby.
Apple hating? Oh, that is so
He
sweet.
can't even get in the club.
That's what happened on Jesus, Apple. But that's what happened on what's today? Yeah, Monday. When my little one had a meltdown because she wanted to stream with mommy.
Aw.
Totally get it.
So cute. Like, her voice is so adorable. Like, oh, I miss you. Lord. So fun being a mom, y'all.
Oh my
Anywho,
goodness. Never
but
ending
yeah,
job.
so that and then the men led what is it? Men lead and women follow. I feel
Mhm.
like it was very much like a red pill talking point. Because when I
Mhm.
like Googled it, I didn't watch any videos because I don't like giving like those people like views.
Mhm. Clicks and
But
views, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so like you could kind of tell like it. I think that leads into that tradwife thing that you were trying to talk about, and then so your biggest hesitation with tradwives was that like there's a possibility that like you could be left, kind of. Is that what like the gist of it
Well,
was?
also too, that's the gist, and also too, I do kind of feel like, a lot of those people put on for social media, but
Oh,
that's
100%.
another topic.
100%.
Yeah.
Most of them are like independently wealthy, like they got like
Yeah.
generational wealth. Talking about
Oh
like,
my god, like
oh,
that ballerina girl.
oh, there's a
Yeah,
ballerina.
I was reading. Oh, so the one that you when you talked about like independently wealthy, so apparently I can't remember, it's ballerina something, whoever
Oh,
this tradwife is or whatever.
mm-hmm.
And she was like making sourdough bread, and someone noticed that there was like this $40,000 stove in the background. And then, of course, someone else started digging, and come to find out, like, she's married to, or her husband is like the son of the CEO of like JetBlue or something like that.
Oh, I
So,
think I do know who
you
you're
know,
talking about, like vaguely. Yeah,
yeah,
and then a lot of the
yeah,
homesteaders too, like they do the same
yeah,
thing. So, like they're like
yeah,
independently wealthy and like, they
yeah,
have all this time, but they have all this time because like they have the wealth. So, that's good for them. I mean, there's some
yeah,
people that do homesteading that aren't, wealthy or whatever. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think it's cool if it works for you. And if it
hmm,
doesn't work for you, you find what works for you. A lot of people don't
hmm,
even want to get married. A lot of people are like, this is not for
yeah,
me. A lot of people don't want kids.
yeah,
I, if you don't want them, I say don't have them. If you don't want to get married, don't get
yeah,
married. I think everyone should do what's best for them and what's best for their
yeah,
mental state. So,
yeah,
and kids are stressful enough, and I think like if you're not going to, I think honestly everyone should, if they do want to have kids, one thing I wish I would have done before having kids was like
mhm,
actually like read about brain development, been more curious about like my own triggers and stuff like that before I had kids, because I think that could have helped me be a better mom. I mean, it's helping me be a better mom now, but if I could have had that kind of like
yeah,
information before I had kids,
mhm,
like I just can't imagine
yeah,
where I'd be at right now. So
yeah.
that's that's that.
Yeah,
Was there
no,
anything
I
else you
agree.
wanted to talk about with that topic?
Um, no, I think I am so good, my love.
Coo, 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 coo. And
Ooh,
then
ooh, ooh,
do
ooh,
you
ooh,
want to
ooh,
talk
ooh,
about
ooh,
the other
ooh.
one, the Into the Darkness?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So since you saw it like more recently, do you want to share? Because I'm gonna give like a very brief background of the case or
I
the
mean, I
story.
think you when you were telling me it, I feel like you had a lot of
Mhm.
like a lot more passion about the situation. I think I will
Mhm.
tell it very dryly. Uh, so
No, no, I
I
don't
would.
think that's true.
I mean, this it's obviously a super sad situation, and like I would not
Yeah,
wish that
it
on
is.
anyone. But like
Yeah.
I feel like the way you were talking about it with me, like I feel like
Mhm.
you talking about it would be a better service to the memory of that person than me.
Yeah. Oh, that is very sweet that you even like considered that for her
Oh
because
hell yeah.
yeah, the story's just super sad, super super sad. Well, on that note, okay, so guys, just to give you like kind of like a context. So, this particular episode was about a young lady. Her name was Brittany Drexel, and she was 17 years of age. The day she was unfortunately brutally murdered. And there's a lot with this case. So basically, like any other teenager, she started, well, not any other teenager, but Brittany specifically started hanging out with these older kids, like that her friend group was just kind of like, these people were kind of sketchy. But, being that age, being rebellious, I know for me at that age, I was definitely going through things. And so essentially she told her mom how she wanted to go to Myrtle Beach with these group of friends, this older group of friends. So her mom was like, absolutely not, like not happening. So she then decided to lie to her mom and say like, "Hey mom, can I go to visit my friend in like Rochester, New York for spring break?" Mom's like, "Sure, if I can talk to a parent, you can go." So her mom talked to someone. She spoke to someone. I really didn't get the gist of that part of the story, but I digress. But her mom spoke to someone and she felt comfortable enough to say, "Okay, Brittany, fine. You can go on this trip. You can hang out with your friends. Just make sure you stay in touch with me. And, I'll be checking in, everything." So, of course, unfortunately, Brittany was not being truthful with her mom, and she ended up sneaking down to Myrtle Beach with this group of like older kids. They were like early 20s. So once she gets down there and once she starts like being around these people, she start noticing that they're like kind of acting a little weird. They're moving strange. She feels like an outsider. She's like, "You guys aren't as cool as I thought you were. I'm out of here." So, really not sure. Maybe she had money, but I thought in order to check into a hotel, well, I know at the one I used to work at, you had to be 18. But anyway, she ended up checking into the hotel, like on the strip, like down from where the little motel was that the kids were staying in, the group of kids. So, a text message exchange happened between Brittany and one of the girls in the older kid group, where this girl just started like kind of really stressing out about like these black shorts that Brittany had. They had some sort of argument to the point where Brittany just basically said, "Hey, look, you know what? Fine, I'll walk your shorts down. Don't worry about it." Like probably thinking, once this is over, I'm done with you guys. So essentially, after she made it back to the motel where the friends were staying, and gave the shorts, and she's walking down the strip, and at the same time she's texting with her boyfriend. And communication just kind of like stopped like abruptly. And to make a long story short, she actually, okay, so initially what happened, and I'm just kind of, because obviously like she was missing, this was over a course of like 13 years. But oh, I will say this. So the suspect that they ended up catching in Brittany's assault and murder was a suspect that they actually talked to 10 years prior. So I feel like he was on their radar maybe around 2011, 2012,
Yeah.
and this all became like more recent because, as you know, he was like convicted or 2023, he was convicted in 2023.
Hmm.
But essentially what happened was Brittany was walking down the strip going back to the hotel that she was staying in, and this guy, well, he says, "Hey, do you want to party?" And party was code for like drugs or whatever. And Brittany said, "Yeah, I don't know if I believe him, but she obviously got in the car and they were able to like drive away." And the FBI, after from Dawn, Brittany's mom's prompting, there was a new team because essentially the Myrtle Beach police, even though they had talked to Ray Moody and he was kind of on their radar, they really didn't think that they had anything. And at the time they really didn't. But as I would hope any mom, Dawn couldn't let it go. This was her baby, and we don't know what happened to her. We don't know if she's dead or alive. So she just kind of like really drove in on the FBI. So they started working on the case independently, and they were able to pull like cell phone data. They were able to talk to Ray Moody's girlfriend at the time, which that was another story because that was kind of confusing for me too. But
Yeah, they talked to her
basically,
before and then they talked to her like
mhm,
more
after,
recently. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. And as you like remember, she kind of like recanted on some things because initially she's like, no, if Ray knew I was talking to you guys, I'd be dead tomorrow. To fast forward 10 years, and she's like, no, you're not going to put that on Ray. He did not do that.
Yeah.
Well, the actual story was so they did go to that like swampy marina area, and the girlfriend ended up going to like see her son or something, where they had actual digital evidence to show she left the area and she was like with her son. So that left Ray Moody and Brittany Drexel. And essentially, he says he just kind of like snapped, he assaulted her and then strangled her and buried her body. But one of the, oh, sorry, I don't want to cry because it just kind of touched me a little bit. But one of the most touching parts for me was so this was 2022, I believe. 21, 22, where because they kept when he said like, hey, this is where I buried her, they had like the excavation, like the forensic anthropologist team, all those guys come out and try to like retrieve her body. And they called Dawn Drexel and said, hey, we're going to be looking for your daughter today, like we have an idea of where she is. So Dawn, because at this point, it has been 13 years, and unfortunately, life goes on no matter what the tragedy is, right? And so Dawn got in her car. I assume she was like heading to work or something, and there was a song that came on the radio. And I don't know the name of the song. I don't remember the artist. But I'll probably throw it in chat or something, or have Key when she uploads, like kind of put it in the description. But basically the song was saying it was something along oh, sorry, it was something along the lines of like, I'll send an army to find you. And basically, like, I'll move heaven and earth to get to you. So she said, like, it touched her. So she called the FBI agent and she's like, listen, when you're looking for my daughter, play the song. And they honored her and they did. So they played the song. And like, right towards the end, that's when the guy with the thing was like, "Hey, this dirt looks disturbed more than it did." And then that's when they found one of Brittany's bones. And another sad part was so 13 years, bodies literally disintegrate, right? And she had her nose pierced, and her sister was saying that when they recovered her body, her nose ring was still there. And I mean, obviously, right? But it's just kind of like one of those things you don't think about. Like, you know, you never know like when something terrible is going to happen, but when you last see someone and it's just something so minute or something that was just so particular to them, but it was just kind of like, but yeah, like as a mom, and there are plenty of stories that like kind of hit me right here, but as a mom, like I couldn't even fathom like having to like survive that, and then to go to trial and get justice for your baby, and you have to listen to what your child, like your the last moments of your child's life. So that, like I said, there are several cases that had got me like this, but that one was one of the latest cases. And I had heard of Brittany Drexel's case like years and years ago, but at that time they didn't know who did it. Like they still didn't know where she was. So it was kind of nice to see the conclusion and see that her family got
Receive
justice.
justice.
But yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
Esat said he did hear that story too before, because I think
mhm.
it happened in like 2016 time frame. And what's wild to me
It
is
was,
that that guy that like actually
2009.
committed the crime, he literally
Mm-hmm.
had so many different charges on him of like harming minors, and the fact that he was
Mm-hmm.
even
Yeah.
out is wild to me.
Oh
Like
my
he was
gosh.
dating a
The
like
guy, the
a gay man.
hairdresser.
Yeah, he was dating
Yeah.
him, and then the
Yeah.
girl, I can't remember what the girl's name is. I want to say her name was like Amber or something that starts with an A. I have no idea. Anywho,
Yeah.
she was like she's the one that was like defending him. Well, first not defending him, then defending him, but like he had an
Yeah.
affair with
Yeah.
her from his his gay lover or his gay partner, um or whatever. So like he's just all in all just like a really not good guy. And I guess like a lot of
Yeah.
people in that area were very sketch of him from even before, and I think that's probably why he became a suspect. But it's just wild to think that like he had all these cases on him before he even
Yeah.
harmed this young lady. So it's like, had
Yeah.
he just stayed in jail, like he probably should have, she could be
Yeah.
alive, you
She
know?
could be. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's one thing that stood out for me, that the fact that like there's so many times that like these people do like really heinous things and somehow they're out on parole living amongst
Yeah.
us. Like, it's just
Yeah.
completely wild. And I feel bad for the mom because she tried to do the right thing. Like, right, she tried to like
Yeah.
make sure she was speaking to someone that she thought like her daughter was going to be going to.
Yeah.
She tried her best, and even the boyfriend, like he was the one I think that brought it to the mom's
Yeah, he
attention,
did. Yeah.
that, or at mom or the sister, somebody's attention, that the little girl, not the little girl, but you know, that his girlfriend was like no longer communicating with him. So it's just, all in all, just super. It's very sad, and it's crazy because there's like so many places where it feels like she was kind of like let down, or like
Yeah.
where we kind of, as a society, like kind of like let her down, or just how everything unfolded was just wild. And to think that he lived
Yeah.
his life for like how many years before he actually was able to like be put in jail again. So who knows like what he's done in between
Yeah.
those, because I don't know if they hinted at if he did anything else, but Estot said that there was a possibility that he did something else to somebody
Yeah.
else too. So it's just super crazy. And like it doesn't matter, like, and it also kind of like puts like, it doesn't matter like how careful you are, like if there's bad people out there, there's bad people out there. And and there was another thing too. So there was like also when they were trying to figure out who actually did it, there was like a jailhouse guy that like accused someone else of doing it,
Oh God, the black guys.
and then put
Yeah.
this like
That.
really horrible image in the parents' head
Yeah.
and the family's head, and like that was so disrespectful in my opinion, because like, one, it wasn't true, but I'm sure they were trying to use that as some type of leverage for themselves. But either way, like, that, what a horrible image to have in your head, because the way they discussed it. And again, if you want to watch like the full video, it's on Hulu. It's a 2020 episode, and it's called Into the Darkness, episode 20. It's like the most recent one. But yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
really wish our like justice system could like catch up to times and like really
Yeah.
be more proactive, and less reactive, because I feel like we're just reacting to a lot of things, or like letting a lot of things go that shouldn't, but then stuff that
Yeah.
we shouldn't let go, or things we should let go, we harp on like the wrong things, like basically what I'm trying to say. Like, as a society, we
Yeah.
get like the TikTok ban, like we want to ban TikTok, for why? It's just so weird. But, well, I know why, but anyhow.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, just so sad. And I forgot about the black guys. Like that totally slipped my mind. And
Well,
you want
yeah,
to
I
know
mean,
something too?
regardless of
I
what
think.
their color was, but it still was just like, it was just wild that they like, even, well, not they, I shouldn't say they, because the guy who was accused, he wasn't part of the plan. Like, this one guy
Mhm.
decided to do that. So I don't know why he
Yeah.
would think that's okay. But I mean, again, it was probably to somehow benefit him in some way. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. 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 I
So who
agree.
knows what their motives were, but I just feel like the way they went about that was just trash behavior. Very trash.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I totally agree.
at least her family was able to get some type of peace. Obviously you
Yeah.
would prefer your child home and safe. Because I feel like even with getting justice, it still doesn't feel like justice, because you no longer have,
Yeah. You can't bring the person back.
yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy world we live in
Oh my
today.
God, yeah.
Like,
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And when I think of all the times that like I could have got kidnapped and like it's just bananas. Like now and then when you get older, you like have to think about like your kids and like, oh, this is gonna be so stressful. When my kids get all like
Yeah.
17, 18, and they're trying to like leave my home, I'm just gonna be like a worry word. Everyone's gonna have like their what's that, their location on. I need to see everybody.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm the crazy
Right.
mom. Like I need to know where you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's
No,
that's the
I
kind of person I'm gonna
listen,
be.
totally
The
get
kind of
it.
person I am.
Speaking of like locations, there is a an app that my best friend was telling me about,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's called like Life 360, I think it
Yeah,
is,
my mom
but
got it.
like the
My
way
mom
she
made
was
me
like
get it.
describing, yeah. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty cool because then I can see her location. Like she sees my location. She'd be like, "Charge your phone," and I'd be like, "No." And then what else? So like Apple, like I like share my location on with her
Hmm.
on Apple,
Yeah.
and then I also have Google Maps because S. Dot does not
Yeah.
have an Apple phone. Well, he does now because of
Oh,
work,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I that way I can see where he's at. And I think it's not so because okay, so I saw a like I saw something. I don't remember if it was a video or something, but they were talking about like,
Hmm.
is it weird to like request location, like to like have access to your partner's location? Like, is that like you don't trust
Hmm.
them or whatever, whatever? And for
Hmm.
me, it's not so much I don't trust. It's just like I like to know where you are. Like, so if you say you're going to be here at a certain time, then I can just say, okay, like if I see them at work, like okay, then they're
Yeah.
just at work, so like they probably just had to finish up something real quick. But if I see them like somewhere
Right.
like way off, like that I didn't know about, I'm like, oh my god, are you okay? Like, are you
Right. Right.
okay?
Right.
Or like whatever. So that's my thing. But maybe that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
controlling. But I'm a controlling person, I guess. I have like that aspect of me. So
Yeah.
whatever.
I
Hey,
have my
nerdy
best
teachers.
friend's location. I have my husband's location. Like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like having locations. Yeah, because I have one best friend that me and her share locations, and I have another best friend that,
Hmm.
like, I think I gave her my location, but she didn't share with me with hers. And she was like, oh,
Yeah.
your location's still on. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if you know where I'm at. Like, that way,
Right, right,
God forbid,
right.
I go missing. Like, multiple people can be like, oh my God, let me check my her location. This is where she was last at.
Right.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'll share my location with anybody that
Yeah.
asks me to share the location. I mean, as long as I know
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel like I'm the same way as well. Like, you can have my location. I don't care.
Oh, and then especially
No, I
like
totally get it.
my best friend, she like she like be going on these dates, and I'm just like, okay, send me a photo of what they look like. Give me their driver's license. Not their driver's license, but like their like plate number. I want
I'm with
all the
yes,
deets
yes.
just in case if
Give
something
me all
happens.
the details.
I know where my bestie's
No,
at.
yeah.
Like, please
Yeah.
call
No,
me.
I'm with
Yup.
you.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm totally with you. Totally with you.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like so trusting.
Yeah.
She's such a trusting little
Oh,
thing.
I'm so sorry. Say that one. You
I said,
said you're so trusting.
no, she is so trusting. I am not that
Oh, yeah, yeah,
trusting. I
yeah.
literally count my money when it comes out the AT&T, the ATM. I will count my money
Oh, I'm
as soon as it
sorry.
comes
You
out of the
cut out
ATM.
just a little bit.
I will count my money as
Can
soon
you
as it
repeat that?
comes out of the
Mhm.
ATM. So I am
Mhm.
definitely not super trusting at all.
No, I love it. I
Nerd alert.
absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Oh, nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert.
But yeah, so cute, cute, cute.
Whoop whoop. So was there anything else you wanted to chat about? Was there
Honestly,
anything like on your mind?
no. No, not anything else. Did you want to
Okay.
go?
No, 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 no. I just to keep the show flowing.
Oh. Oh, what is that? Like a little yo S dot. Oh, they're having a little side chat. Good for y'all.
Oh, hi nerdy teachers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, I'm trying to think, what else can we chit chat about? So my sugar plum is having a bit of a tantrum a little bit. So I'm gonna see if she's okay. Any good movies lately?
I actually did see So She Becomes Us, or the one we were talking about, a Death Becomes Her, or something like that. It was
Yeah.
on Peacock. So I was like, oh, let me watch it. But I didn't even watch the whole thing. I just watched portions of it. And then like before this, I started
Yeah.
watching what is it? Below Deck. And I think I'm going to continue watching it because like I think I watched it once or twice before. It's
Yeah.
like on Bravo or Peacock. We started a bad movie.
Yeah.
We turned off instantly. Oh, what was that movie? Oh, yeah, there was a show there. There was a movie on Netflix where it was like about it had like these
Uh-huh.
bunch of kids on it, and I think it was like about an alien invasion or something like that. And we're like
Uh-huh.
watching it, and then they started doing like these weirdo jokes. Oh yeah, Rim of the World.
Rim of the
Yeah,
World.
so there's like these kids were
Yeah.
going to like this like I guess a camp called Rim of the World,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
they they were they were doing like these weird like Kevin Hart type jokes, and then like like I'm black, but like you can't do this joke, and then like I don't know. To me, it felt so like ugh, it felt like icky. Like I felt like I needed to go take a
Icky.
shower. Just like it was just disgusting. I didn't like it. I mean, it wasn't like gross, but it just like their behavior was very like nasty to me. I don't know. I just did not like it.
Yeah.
I'm probably not describing it
Yeah.
properly. But anyways, Below Deck, because like they have all these accents and I'm like obsessed with accents, especially like Australian ones. And like they were talking about
Yeah.
like taking the piss and like this and that. Sit in the shower crying type movie. Lod. Not sit in the shower. Like you were violated. No. I mean, it was like like I don't know. It just felt like all the black characters were like trying to be Kevin Hart, and like that was weird.
I'm
And
not
then
familiar
like,
with Kevin Hart.
oh, you don't know who he
So
is?
I'm like trying to No, I know who he is. I've never watched any like of his stand up or anything. So
Oh,
like I
like even a movie?
yeah.
Like you've seen no movie with Kevin Hart
Mm-mm.
in it? Oh
No.
wow,
Mm-mm.
that's interesting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like Kevin Hart. All the black characters were literally acting like Kevin Hart. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, and I'm not gonna try. But
I'm like,
for
and it's
those
so
that
weird
get
because
it.
like I literally have nothing to compare. I'm like, let me just think about it. That's just like so funny. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
never
honestly,
saw
that's
anything.
really crazy. Like, I can't imagine. Like, so you never saw
Yeah.
like Soul Plane or like The Real
No.
Husbands of Hollywood or
No.
like what else
Mm-mm.
was he in? There was a movie he was in with not Chris Rock, The Rock. Oh yeah, he was in Jumanji, the
Yeah.
bad version.
Oh yeah, I refuse
Fatherhood.
to watch the remake.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
see
never even heard
Fatherhood.
of Fatherhood. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never seen a Kevin Hart movie.
That's crazy. I went to a Kevin Hart show. Oh, Night School.
Yeah.
Oh, Night School. I think that's the one with The Rock in it. I think Night School. I think because like yeah. Anyways, but I went to a Kevin Hart. Tiffany Haddish blue. Anyways, but so I went to a Kevin Hart concert like a long time ago,
Uh-huh.
and like
Mhm.
my one of my best friends at the time, like she'd won tickets at a job she worked at, and she was
Mhm.
telling me about it, and I was like, okay, cool. And then like I went to bed and everybody else had went out, so I locked my door because like
Mhm.
we were living in like college style apartments.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
so I locked my door so they couldn't come in while drunk, right? Because that's what they do. They come into your room while drunk and then like harass you. So I did that. So
Yeah.
she's banging on my door to open the door, open the door, open the door. And I'm like, no. Well, when I finally woke up, I'm like, no. And then she was like, well, then you're not coming to the Kevin Hart concert with me. And I'm like, okay. And I went back to sleep. And then, like, I went to work. And then she's calling me, like, oh, are you going to be ready to go to the concert? And I'm like, I thought you said I wasn't going with you.
Yeah, I was
She's
like, didn't
like,
you just say
oh,
that?
no. I was just joking. I was like, oh, okay. So when I got home, we got ready and went to the Kevin Hart show. And we had a blast
Mhm.
because she had like really good seats. But, anyways,
Mhm.
And he was funny at that point because he was still with his first wife. I believe he was still with his
Hmm.
first wife. Yeah. So he
Did
still
she
had
like
good.
write his
He still
jokes
had
and
good jokes.
stuff?
I think so because after they left, after
Yeah.
she's gone, he's not funny anymore. In my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Which
that's
she's supposed to go on tour with Cat Williams. So I don't
oh,
know.
now that guy cracks me up.
Oh, he is
I like Cat.
hilarious. He is
Yeah, I like
he
Cat.
is
He is
hilarious.
raw,
But
real.
I've never really
Yes,
seen any
love
of his
him.
like stand ups. I think I remember some of them, but him just talking
Yeah,
like interviewing is hilarious to me. Like the way he's
yeah,
so quick witted. Like I'm just that part.
yeah,
He has lots of like
yeah.
big energy, and I like that.
One of my favorite stand-ups of his, like I consider it a classic, but it's called It's Pimpin' Pimpin', and it's hilarious. I love it. Actually, now I kind of want to watch it again.
Well, I think you should. You should watch it again if it tickles
Yeah,
your fancy.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like and oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I used to like what's his name, Dane Cook, until like I think he's like a weirdo now. But like back in the
I
day,
don't.
he was. I mean, he probably was a weirdo then, but he was funny. Like I had like the DVDs of his because
Mhm.
like there was like one joke where he's like. I can't set it up right, but basically the ending part is like someone shitted on the coats, and he's like, "Who shit on the coats?" or something like that. But whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyways, it was hilarious to me. I can't set it up. I can't tell jokes. I apologize, everyone. But if you heard
It's
Dane Cook,
okay.
I'm sure you understand. And if you don't, I sincerely apologize.
You're so silly.
Yeah, I don't do. I
No,
don't tell jokes well at all. Like at all.
no. I don't know if I tell jokes well. I like to think that like I tell funny jokes. So I don't know. Maybe they're just laughing at me. I don't know.
I don't know. I
I
I
laugh at myself every day.
like if I'm gonna tell a joke or if I tell something that I think is really really funny, I'm like
Mhm.
laughing about it. So like it's hard to get the joke out. So there's
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Or
yeah, as you're
I
trying to
if I
say
try
it.
to make a joke, it like never
Yeah.
lands. But if I just like say whatever I say, then people think that's funny. So I was like, I don't know. I'm just not a good tell a jokey person.
Yeah.
Who shit on the
Yeah,
goats?
but
Yeah,
I
who did?
who should I oh, the joke.
Oh,
That is too
good
funny.
times.
Now I'm gonna have to like Google it and see.
Yes, please do. And then like so he had one of them, and I don't know if this was his joke or whatever, but he was like something about like telling an atheist bless you or something like that, and then
Mhm.
he was like, well, I hope that like you die and become a tree, and then someone cuts down that tree and then like makes a Bible out of you or some shit like that. He said.
Yeah. That is too funny.
It was funny to me, but because
That
the first
is
time I heard of him
funny.
was like at a college, like they like brought him to our college for like a Spirit Week or something.
Mhm.
So that was
Yeah.
great. That was funny too. Yeah, I just can't tell the joke good. The one Dan Campbell, I remember punch bees in the face. Oh yeah, he was always trying to punch people in the face, or that Dodge joke where he I don't know I'm just gonna murder it, but like he had some funny little jokes out there. The jokes were funny. The jokes were joking, and I liked them.
The jokes were joking.
Yeah, they were joking. So
Yeah.
like Kevin Hart
The
had some
jokes
good
were
stuff in the beginning. Like now I can't imagine
Yeah.
watching him. I mean, what's his name? Dave Chappelle has some good ones. But he also has some. But I also my humor is also very kind of morbid sometimes. So I think that's probably why a
Yeah.
person got hit by a car. The car was a Dodge. Yeah, that's what it was. And he got knocked out of his shoes or something like that. He talked about shoes. It's so funny. Oh my god. I wish I still had that DVD. I probably do. I
What
probably
is
do.
it like a DVD of like his stand up?
Yeah, like I literally listened
Yeah.
to it in the car. Like I would be in the car, like cracking up, like cracking up, driving wherever I was going, and so listening to music. We have the CDs too. Oh yeah, we have the CDs too because of me. Moi.
Woohoo.
But yeah, Dane Cook, he was funny to me. I have a set too. Yeah, sure you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why we're arguing over this. This man is literally, I think, a pedophile or something. God bless. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I can neither confirm nor deny. I
Right.
did not
I
research it.
cannot confirm nor deny.
Take everything I say with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Unless you can't have salt.
That's a low sodium. Unless you have like a low sodium. Oh God, I would.
Well, I feel like if it's
joking.
low sodium, you could still have some salt, right?
Just a little bit. Just a little.
Just a little bit. Just
a
a
little
bit.
taste.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It sounds like they're partying like rock stars in there. I'm sorry. I'm hearing the.
Good for you. Yeah. I'm like dreading the park. Even though I have fun when I go. It's just that's like sugar-free caramel. Is that even good? I don't think that's good.
Oh wait, I have had sugar-free caramel before.
Ah, you say caramel. I say caramel.
Okay. That's awesome.
No, because caramel. But you know what? As soon as someone else says it a different way, then like my brain is like, oh, it's probably this way.
Do you like adopt it?
I will. Yeah, I'm very much. I don't know if it's because I was like in a military family, but I do adapt to other people's speech. That's why I wanted to watch Below Deck. Oh. So that way I could pick up some of that like that Aussie slang. I love it. It sounds so. I see. I want to be able to tell someone like, "Are you taking the piss? Are you taking the piss out of me?" I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember what he said for crying. But it was something different. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. But speaking of.
Well, yes. Speaking of growing up in a military family, do you want to share like about your time living in Japan?
Oh, I mean, like, cool. What would you want to know about Japan? Because, like, it's just, like, a lot of stuff. Well, I actually lived in Okinawa.
Well, yeah,
Japan. See, I'm not good with stuff like that. Like, question, answer, I could probably do. But, like, just talking, like, I'm not good with that. But what I could say, I did enjoy it more once I left.
Yeah.
Then I realized how much I actually...
Why did you enjoy it more?
Well, because I realized how, like... how much I actually did love it when I left. Like, because it's not the same. Like, being a military kid, like, overseas, and then being a military kid, like, stateside, I think is, like, it feels so different, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because when you're overseas, then it's like a whole new world. Things are different. Like, we had, one time when we were in school, like, they had the Okinawan people, like picketing the U.S. government because they didn't want us here.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then, like, but they were so sweet. Like, people out there were very, like, I never really had a bad experience with anyone out there. So that was nice. And I liked going to their malls. And then that's when, like, sticker pictures were a big deal. So we like took a lot of sticker pictures, and then we had like these little planners that were like so freaking cute.
What are sticker pictures?
They're like just they're pictures, but they're a sticker. So like we go to like
so literally
literally a sticker picture. So we would go to like a photo booth, and you take a picture, and it was like basically like Snapchat, but in like in like a photo booth. So I have some where which it's a bummer because someone stole my freaking... When I went to, I think it was Texas, someone took my planner and, like, threw it away or something. Like, something happened with my planner. So, like, like, all the sticker pictures I had from, like, Okinawa time was, like, gone. So that was, like, devastating for me. But, you know, I feel like when you're over there, like, everyone kind of just, like, gets along. Like, in my opinion, like, we still did have, like, the, you know... mostly black kids on this side, mostly whatever kids on this side, and like, you know, by different like you know, interest groups. Like, it was still kind of like segregated in that aspect, but it was like I never like felt, well, you know, I'm also a person that is very oblivious to things, so if someone was picking on me, I probably wouldn't even realized it, to be honest. But I do remember one guy telling me like, like what do you like, what's your style, because you literally wear everything. Like this is when like Jinkos was like big deal. Like I used to wear Jinkos.
Mm-hmm.
I would like I could wear like the other stuff that
What are
looked more,
Jinkos?
they're like jeans, they're like skater jeans, like
Oh,
skater
okay.
attire. So I was very
Mm-hmm.
much like
Yeah.
an alternative looking kind of girly, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And which is so funny because
Yeah.
my middle brother sent me a message. Sent me a message
Yeah.
about like this kid who was like literally wearing like Jinkos or something, and I was like, "Oh my god, I totally have a photo of me looking like that." He was like, "What?" I guess he was
Aw.
gonna rag on the kid, and I'm like, "Ah, that was totally me." So
Aw.
I've always been like I like what I like, so I'm not really swayed by
Mm-hmm.
like other people's like viewpoints. And I've always
Mm-hmm.
had like a black friend, a white friend, a Hispanic friend. Like I've always had like friends of different like ethnicities. And then when I was in Okinawa, obviously I had like Okinawan friends as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I like people that I like. Like if we mesh, I don't care what you look like.
Mm-hmm.
We just mesh.
Yeah.
I mean, most
Yeah.
of my friends are
Yeah.
pretty, but other than that, but
Yeah. Well, that's always good. It's always good to have a crew of cute
Jingle.
girls and instead of a crew of not cute girls.
I mean, obviously, right? Like, being cute and being ugly is like subjective, right? Like, someone's my cute might not be someone else's cute, and so like that's fine. But like, I feel like all the people that I
Yeah.
hung out with, like, I felt like I never felt like I had to like dim myself for them, and they didn't have to dim themselves for me. So that's
That is
what I
awesome.
like. I like
That's
those kind of
good.
people.
Yeah. That's awesome. That is really awesome.
I think
Yeah,
so.
that's really, really good.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And then I lived in Guam when I was like in kindergarten. And then I think
What
I was,
age were you in Japan? Like,
I
were you
was
younger or
fifth
older?
grade, sixth grade, seventh grade,
Mhm.
eighth grade. I like
That's
the
very
end of my fifth
cool.
grade, like very end, like maybe it was like a couple months of fifth
Mhm.
grade. And then I was there
Yeah.
until my eighth grade. And then I went to Texas for my ninth grade
Mhm.
until my 11th grade. And then I moved
Mhm.
to another
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
So, good times had by all.
And I don't know if it's because I like that's not my experience, but I'm sitting here thinking like, wow, that would have been so cool to like experience, you know?
I mean, it was, but it was also kind of sad, I
Yeah.
think, because like I remember one time
Yeah.
asking my mom like, "Why do I always have to leave my friends, or why do my friends always have to
Mhm.
leave me?" So like in that aspect
Oh.
it's hard because like there's nothing you can really do about that. You're constantly
Yeah.
either making new friends or you're not.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I've always made like at least one friend. I always feel like if I have one friend, I'm good. Like I don't need like a crew. I just need like one
Yeah.
person that I feel comfortable with, and is like, if other people show
Yeah.
up, that's nice. Every time I moved, I said
Yeah.
bye, bitches. Hilarious. I
That's
did not.
me.
You know, sometimes I always wonder like how it would have been had I stayed in like one state from like
Yeah.
kindergarten to like high school, like what kind of person I would be. Like, would I be the same person? I don't think I would. But I'm just so
Yeah.
curious about like what kind of person I would have been. Because I feel like being a military kid, you also get the opportunity to like deal with lots of different people. We would have been mortal enemies. Aren't
Mhm.
we still mortal enemies? So I don't think that would change, babe. I think that's just, those are the cards we have been dealt. Which I need to look at your birth chart again because I keep forgetting to look at yours. I got this app called, I think it's like Star Child or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Star/Child, and it like you
Star
can,
slash child.
yeah, you can put your birthday and then put like your kid's birthday, so you can kind of see like where their
Yeah.
stuff is. I mean, you can pay to get extra stuff, but I'm not doing that. I don't like paying for stuff.
Oh my
I'm a
gosh.
very cheap
That
girl.
sounds pretty
I love it. My
interesting.
birth chart is filled with mystery and murder. That sounds like the traitor
Mystery
thing.
and murder. It sounds like, I'm sorry, what did you say? It sounds like who?
Traders. So like the traders, they talk about mystery and murder
Oh,
because they
is
have
that
to
the
murder people.
show? Okay.
I don't know if he was
Yeah, yeah.
referencing it. Oh my god, words are hard. It's like my son, he has issues with saying words sometimes, and I'm like, babe, it's okay because mommy has issues saying words sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I literally have to, like if I don't open my mouth wide enough, I can't
Mhm.
speak. It's like blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I never watched Traders. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll get on it, Esta. Like, do it. Anyways, it was good. I like
That's the
Traders.
Peacock show, right?
Yeah, but I haven't finished the ending. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't watch the last episode because a person I really liked got off the show, so I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
And then I was
Sorry,
trying to
I'm
watch the
filling out
reunion.
this app.
Oh, no worries. And then I was trying to watch the reunion, and then like I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this. So
Yeah.
whatever.
And so that's a reality show, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a game.
The
It's like
Trader
a
show.
game show
Yeah.
because it's like basically the premise is that like there's traders and faithful. If there's a trader left
Mhm.
over at the end, then they take all of the money. And if it's nothing but
Mhm.
faithfuls, then the faithfuls get to split the money.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool.
That sounds pretty
And
interesting.
yeah, the
Yeah, it
first
sounds
one
pretty
it only
cool.
had like normal people and like Bravo like
Mhm.
reality stars, and then the other
Yeah.
one just had the second one just had reality stars. It didn't have any normies in there. There was no normies,
Yeah. No normies.
and I don't
No
know if which one I liked
normies.
better. I think I don't know. Because S. Dot, when we were watching the second one, because I watched the second one first and then I went to the first one, he was like, that would be
Mhm.
better if they had like normal people in there too. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched the normal people like all the way through. But I think like when I don't know who they
Yeah.
are, it's easier for me to like still watch even though someone I know is gone. I don't know.
Yeah.
But a reality star won that one.
Yeah.
She was from the Survivors. She was a survivor.
Survivors.
So,
I'm
but that was
gonna
cool.
make it.
Yeah.
So speaking of Survivor, so there's this lady that I like know about, like business resource, whatever. And she is on the current season of Survivor. I've never watched Survivor before, so I don't really I'm gonna just be honest, I don't know too much about it, but I did think it was cool that she was on Survivor. Or
Okay,
is
yeah.
on, or whatever. It's the current seating. Current
Yeah.
season, sorry.
Excuse me.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
thought that
think.
was really cool. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I feel like anytime you know somebody that's like on TV, like that's super dope. Like, regardless
Mhm.
of
Yeah. Yeah.
what it is. Do I? I don't think I knew anybody that's been on a reality TV show.
Yeah. There was a kid that I knew, oh gosh, it was like American Idol, and he made it kind of far. But yeah, that was like kind of cool. But it was like before like internet got really popular, so like you had to actually like watch the episode.
Oh my
But
god.
obviously he didn't win or go to LA or anything like that, but he got
Aw.
kind of far. It was
Well,
kind of
he
cool.
tried. Good for him for
Yeah,
trying at least.
yeah.
Yeah, because
That's what I listen, yeah.
if I had been a better dancer, I totally would have auditioned for So You Think You Can Dance. That was like my show. I used to
Yeah.
love watching it. And then
Yeah.
it's like I love these shows, and then I just get like something happens, and I'm just like, ugh, this is just boring now.
Yeah. I know. I'm kind of like that with shows. I think the only ones that I still, well, I would say like
I want to be on Global
Housewives,
Guts. What
but
does that mean?
oh, I remember Global Goods. That
I
was a
used to want
Nick show,
a
right?
Hick show,
No,
Nickelodeon,
Nick. Nickelodeon.
Global Guts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I did want to be on.
Mhm.
What was that? Okay, there's a couple of them that I wanted to be on. I wanted to be on.
Yeah.
What's that? Legends of the Hidden Temple. Like I wanted to be on that, and
Yeah.
then I wanted to be on Singled Out. Was it Singled Out? I think it's Singled Out
Oh, I remember
on
Singled Out.
MTV. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Legends of the
I
Hidden Temple.
remember that
Yeah, I
show.
used to want to be on Singled Out too because I was like, oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah,
I was like
yeah.
super young.
I'm trying to think. As a kid, which show would I have gone on? I don't know. I don't know.
Global Gutso. I've never heard of that.
Mm-mm.
Curious. I'll have to. Always
Do,
wanting to
do,
be
do,
single.
do you
LOL.
have it? Guts. Dun-dun, dun-dun-dun,
I don't always want
dun-dun-dun.
to be single,
Guts.
but when I was single, I wanted to be on that. So I just wanted to see like what would happen. Like,
Always.
and then what is
Oh,
they have?
is that
Been a lot of dating shows on.
that's a show? Always wanting to be single.
No, I think he's trying to say that I always want to be single.
Oh, 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 oh. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm telling
At
you.
least that's
I'm
how I'm
like.
interpreting his conversation.
See, oh my, I feel so dumb. Sorry.
I don't think you should. I mean, he's my husband.
But
Telling
like
everyone you a
looking
single
at
mother.
that, I'm like, why would I even think that was
I did. I was trying to say I was a
Did you
what
tell?
I was I think I was trying to say I was like a stay-at-home mom, but what came out was I'm a single mom.
Mhm.
While he was standing right next to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what made it worse. Like he was standing literally right here, and I'm like, oh yeah, like it's hard being a single mom.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Well,
I
the
love
whole
it.
well, he wasn't my husband at the time, but well, a whole other half just standing right there,
Yeah.
not single at all. Not having to do it at all.
Yeah.
But I guess that was telling, right? Because it was like I kept thinking like I had to do it all by myself, like that
Mhm.
it was just me who had to do it. When in actuality, like
Yeah.
it's okay. Like I had to stop myself a couple times. Well, because like sometimes I would like overdo it. Like I'd be like, oh okay, let me handle it, and instead of like letting him handle it,
Mhm. Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
hard. Weirdo. Guilty as charged. I'll be a weirdo. I don't care. Weirdo. Oh my god, I loved Hocus Pocus. Until they ruined it with
Yes.
that last one. Oh my god.
I like the last one, but
Yeah.
maybe it was like nostalgic purposes.
I love that for you. For me, I was like, this does not feel like. This does not feel like it felt so like for me like disingenuous. Like, what was it? Winifred should have been the one talking the most, and then they had the other girls talking, and I was like, that's nice, but this is not. This is not my movie. Like, what is they doing? They're
Aw.
talking too much.
Aw.
So yeah, that was like, but I get it. Sarah Jessica, what is her name? Sarah Jessica Parker is like a bigger name now, so I guess she
Mhm.
figured she wanted to have more talking parts in the movie, probably to justify
Mhm.
like her wages,
I
which
was gonna say
whatever.
her salary.
Yeah, but I think it ruined it for me. I did not like. I didn't like it, but I'm glad you liked it because
Yeah.
I think someone else liked it. I just couldn't like. It was not. It was not.
Yeah.
But the first one,
Yeah.
I love the first one. That'll be my go-to.
Classic. Absolute classic.
My go-to. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I'm looking at the plan for Star Child and I'm like I I just miss the days where like I remember like Adobe for instance because I use Adobe well, I used to use Adobe a lot, but
Mhm.
I remember you could just get like Photoshop, you could get Lightroom, just buy it, like have your license and get your updates. And
Mhm.
now everything is a subscription and
Oh
it's
yeah,
not cheap. So it's
yeah.
so frustrating. But um what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I did find another company with like it's like Photoshop. It's called Affinity.
Mhm.
So I do want to buy that and like check it out. Hopefully it's comparable. They say it is, but I've never used it. So
Oh, well, I mean,
yeah.
if you use it, I think that it would be worth it. But yeah, I definitely don't like these monthly. subscriptions to everything.
Yeah.
It's like everything is a monthly subscription. Everything.
Yes. Every
Everything.
single thing. And it's like, oh, come on.
And I'm so cheap. I just don't want to pay for it. And I'm like, I'll just take the free version. Thank you. I'm good on that.
Yes.
So, because my biggest thing was just I
Yeah.
wanted to see like their chart. So like it gives me what I need.
hmm
And but I would
Yeah.
be curious to see like all the other stuff. But like
hmm
I don't want to pay for it. So
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
stay
Do you
curious.
still use the pattern app?
The what? Oh, you know what? No, I haven't been using it in a while, so it probably deleted it off my phone.
hmm Yeah. Yeah. I got a notification the other day and I was like, "Oh man, I haven't seen it in a while," but obviously it's still on my phone, but you know what I mean? Like, "Hey, here's a notification. Don't forget about us here at the pattern." But
Oh,
yeah.
pattern. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is it pattern? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I did like that one. I did like that one.
I like
New
it
England
too.
Patriots.
I like it too.
I did have one that TikTok was like recommending or whatever. I just did the free version of it.
Mhm.
I think it was called like Astro Club or something. I had that, but then I was like,
Yeah.
it's really pretty, but they sent me too many notifications, and I'm not getting anything from it,
Yeah.
so I deleted it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that's what I have to do. Like, so I'm not sure if it's a setting, but you know how like when Apple delete you have it set for it to delete,
Mm-hmm.
it'll like delete the data files, but like the thing is still like the little icon. So like
Ah,
every so often, yeah, I think it is a setting. So like for instance, here I'm gonna show you. So like, oh wait, I forgot I'm on my external camera, but you see how like, oopsies.
uh huh.
Oh, anyway, but yeah, like I'll have to like sometimes go through and like delete the actual like icon
Which
off my
is
home screen, and I'm like, well,
that's
if you're, it's so dumb.
that's so
If you're
crazy
gonna
because
delete
mine
it,
does
just
like
delete
the exact
it.
opposite of what yours does. So like mine will delete the
Okay,
icon,
it's
but
settings.
if I
Yeah.
go back into it and like re-download it, like all my information is still there.
hmm Okay, yeah.
So I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I
I'm
guess
just
it's
like
because
y-
I don't know because mine does say like, oh, if you haven't used this in a while, do you want us to delete it or something?
mhm.
And it does. Oh wait, is this the one
Yeah.
I was thinking of? Did they change it? Oh no, it wasn't patterns that I liked. Oh my god. Even though I did feel like that patterns was like weirdly accurate. What was that
Yeah, I
other one
don't
I
think
liked?
I ever used patterns. I gotta see what it looks like. Let's see.
There was another one that I really liked. Hmm. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Co-Star is the one I
I
really
like
liked. So like mine. Okay, there's my camera.
Co-Star.
Like I don't know if you can see like where there's like little lines over. This little means that like it deleted. So like there's that
Yeah,
little
like the little
asterisk or not like it's like a little
yep,
cloud and like a down button. So if
the
I
cloud with the arrow.
so if I
Yeah.
re-download it, then it'll come back up. And it's just as if I never
Yeah.
deleted it.
Yeah.
But it
I'm
like literally
kind of
takes
going through
off
and
the
I'm
thing, so
seeing
but I definitely need to clean up
yeah.
my little app situation and see what I want to
I
keep
know,
and
me
what I don't want to
too. I
keep. I have a lot of
I
things I
have
want
to
to do.
like clean up my like note or the little red oopsies, the little red dots, because I don't even want to share with you how many unopened emails I have and text messages
Oh.
because I don't know, sometimes I get so distracted. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a bunch of emails, but that's because I always sign up for something. Like I don't know what possesses
Oh,
me, but
me
I'm always like,
too.
put your email in here.
I
Yeah.
know. Yep,
Why are
me
you
too.
doing this? I don't even
Yeah,
know. Like it's
same.
literally a habit. Like
I'm the same way. I am literally the same way.
So like
And
I have
then
a
I
bunch of
even
emails.
downloaded, I think it's called Unenroll Me because it was so many of those marketing emails. Like with Unenroll Me, you can
Mhm.
kind of just do everything in like bulk. So
Oh
I kind of use that, but then I still sign up for other. Yeah, I'm like
yeah,
losing it.
I'm literally on a struggle bus. Like
Yeah,
I'll forget
same.
exactly as like I'll remember and then forget like that quickly.
Hmm.
And like the
Yeah,
best instance of
I've
that
done
was
that
when
before.
I literally took there was a frog on my window as I was leaving for work. Or like on my like window
Hmm.
like in the beginning part or like what is this called?
Hmm.
Whatever the front part of your window is when you're driving. So
Hmm.
like it was there. So I was like, oh, let me take a picture. I took a picture of it, and then I'm like, oh, it's raining. So then I did the thingy, so that way like it could go like
Hmm.
this, and I was like, oh my god, I might have killed the frog. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Like I literally just took a picture. Like why wouldn't I have remembered that there was a frog there? Just killing animals just
Aw.
for simply forgetting. Like literally, it was that quick. I was like, oh, it's raining.
Mhm.
I need a windshield wiper my thing.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to that
Yeah.
frog. I think I still posted it on social media and was like, R.I.P. to this frog. Because I might have killed it.
Aw.
Poor thing.
Oh, poor little froggy. He's in a better place. Or I think that's the
He's
saying.
probably dead
They're
now.
in a
I mean,
better
I don't know
place.
how long do frogs live? Because this was
I
like
don't know.
before
That's a good
my oldest,
question.
so like that's at least 6, 7, probably like 9, 8 years
Yeah.
ago.
You know what? Only
I
because
don't know.
that's
It's
a
hard out there
really
in them
okay,
streets.
now I have to know, so I'm gonna Google it.
It's hot out there for some
Life
frogs.
expectancy.
Froggy, froggy,
Oh, I don't
froggy,
know if he's still on, but
froggy.
that is a sign because remember I put that movie in the list earlier. If
What
you're
movie?
on
Huh?
Hustle and Flow.
Oh. Oh, because it's
Yeah.
hard out here for
When
Bill.
you were saying it's hard out here.
I was like, does not correlate.
Yeah.
But yes, it does. Or
Yeah,
does
that's
not
exactly
compute
like
is
what triggered
actually what
it. And
would be
it's so
accurate.
funny too though because we were just kind of going through Max and they have this section like, oh, it's leaving at the end of the month, so I was like, okay, or maybe it was, I don't know, but I just know like I was going through and I saw Hustle and Flow, so I was like, oh, we're watching this, and he hates it
Aw. I mean, I think I enjoyed it when it came out. I don't know if I'd watch it again, but
yeah.
I did enjoy that.
I
It's
so
hot out here
that's why
for
he hates
Bill.
it so much because I've watched it so many times over the 11 years that we've been married.
Oh,
Well, yeah, I feel like it came out after we got married, but anyways, yeah, I've watched it so many times, so
that's a
he's like,
long time.
"Fuck, like this is the worst movie ever."
Oh. Speaking of like movies that I like, I could watch a lot. The Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Ah, that is like my
Oh, yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah, with Bowie, yeah,
Yes, it's
classic.
David Bowie.
So
And
just really quick, when
uh,
you were like, "Oh, I wonder what the life expectancy of frogs is." So I looked it up because I was curious, but
mm-hmm.
they they range wildly from 1 day to 30 years.
Oh
But,
wow. So there's a
and
possibility.
yeah, right?
There's a possibility
Yeah,
that
it's a possibility. He's still kicking
he's
around,
still
you know?
kicking.
That is too funny. They did say in captivity, frogs have been known to live for more than 20 years. That is
Aw,
very, very, very interesting.
that's nice.
That
Still think of that
is so
frog.
funny. Speaking of John Wick, do you think he's dead?
I don't know. We
Oh,
haven't seen the last one. We haven't
okay,
seen
okay.
4 yet.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we haven't seen 4 yet. So we just see like the stuff for like
Hmm.
1, 2, and 3. But like I don't know where they're
Hmm.
gonna put 4 at. Like they're
Oh
making a number 5.
God.
Oh, that's
Like,
good.
and I love the John Wick movies, but like, I mean, I can't imagine a body taking that much punishment and just like, okay, we're still kicking.
Maybe he's gonna be a vampire.
Hi, I'm coming, stinky butt.
Oh, yeah. So we only have a minute left. Do you have
A
anything else
minute,
you want to
yeah.
say?
Any
Just shut
final
it down.
thoughts? Do you remember Jerry's final thoughts?
Who?
So,
Like Springer?
I have to. Oh, no, I said Jerry. I was thinking of Jerry Springer, totally showing my age, but at the end of each episode of the Jerry Springer show, he would end it with Jerry's final thoughts.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to have Tips final thoughts?
Um, yeah, let's see. Get your rest, kids, because you're gonna need it.
Oh, that's nice. Get your rest. I'll say
Get
drink
your
water.
rest.
Drink water.
Yes, yeah.
Get some
Water is
agua,
literally life, so yeah.
but not too
All
much.
right, well,
Don't want to die.
yeah, there is a such thing as water intoxication. Very, very, very true. Very true. Do you have any final thought? Okay. Do you have any final thoughts?
Just the drinking water, but not too much.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Yay. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us on our I don't even know what number this is,
This would be
but
10.
joining
Diez.
us is it 10?
It's
Yes.
diez.
Woohoo, our
Diez,
10th
diez, diez.
talk.
10th chats,
Yeah.
little chatty chats.
10th chit chat, little chit chat. So, yeah, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Get lots of rest, drink adequate amounts of water, and take
Mm-hmm.
care of yourselves. And we will see you in the next
Bye. See if I can get this
one.
right.
Bye.